BHST, BioHarvest Sciences and Technologies will be our new symbol that we will start trading on this coming Tuesday. And yeah, look, it's been a significant journey for us, a lot of effort by the team, and I want to congratulate the team. The focus for us over the last 6 months is really been around the right preparation to make sure that Tuesday's event and beyond is going to be a great start for us on Nasdaq.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Ilan Sobel. He is the CEO of BioHarvest Sciences. And Ilan, good to have you along again. How are you?
Steve, darling, it's always a pleasure to see you, specifically with such an exciting news today that we've announced.
Yeah, we're excited to talk about it. We've actually brought your co-founder and chairman of the company, Dr. Zaki Rakib, with us as well. Dr. Rakib, good to see you as well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Like Ilan, I'm quite excited about the news and about this milestone that we've reached. We really worked hard to deserve this.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. You're uplisting to the Nasdaq stock exchange in the United States. Obviously, a significant milestone. And Dr. Rakib, why don't we start with you, because I know that this is something the company has talked about for quite some time and now been able to accomplish it.
Well, we have alerted investors in the last few months about the plan to uplist to the Nasdaq, but it's not the uplisting for the sake of uplisting. It's really a necessity for a company of our that reached the milestone that we did, and at the stage where we are in terms of growth. For the kind of growth that we plan to have, we would need access to more significant capital markets. So that uplisting serves us well at this stage. Besides, of course, it brings more credibility to the company. In addition, it exposes us to a larger group of US-based investors, including institutional investors. So overall, it's a very important, I would say, step in the journey of growth of BioHarvest.
Yeah. Ilan, you'll be trading under the ticker symbol BHST. So I know there was some stuff that had to happen before you get to this particular point, because getting on the Nasdaq is not an easy thing. They only take certain companies. So you had to do a lot of work to get to this point.
So yes, Steve, the BHST, BioHarvest Sciences and Technologies will be our new symbol that we will start trading on this coming Tuesday. And yeah, look, it's been a significant journey for us, a lot of effort by the team, and I want to congratulate the team. The focus for us over the last 6 months is really been around the right preparation to make sure that Tuesday's event and beyond is going to be a great start for us on Nasdaq. This really entailed me meeting with a significant amount of institutions. I think, I've just finished now, Steve, my 5th roadshow of the year, engaging with probably 70 to 80 institutions and family offices, helping them understand our business, helping them understand the North Star of the company and the size of the prize and the magnitude of impact that our botanical synthesis technology is going to be able to drive across hundreds of millions of consumers as we really unlock the true potential of the phytomedicinal compounds that are contained in plants by bringing molecules to the market, democratizing these molecules, which can transform people's health and wellness in a way that brings consistency, economic viability, allowing us to really democratize the power of what is carried in so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of plants out there. So we've really kind of laid a strong foundation of engagement with institutions and family offices. We've also spent a lot of time, obviously, on the banking side and on the analyst side, making sure we get the right kind of support to carry us through, to be able to bring new eyeballs to the stock, which is really important as we bring more retail investors in obviously the largest market in the world, together with obviously critical institutions that are looking for that small cap with consistent growth. And you've seen obviously with our recent announcements with preliminary results for 3rd quarter, us moving now to, that $6.5 million in the quarter with strong margin growth and giving very clear guidance for continued improvement into the fourth quarter. The growth story is really starting to, connect with a lot of those institution investors, and we're going to start to see it unfold as we start to get, on a larger stage and really earn our stripes in this global marketplace.
Yeah. I want to ask you a bit about sort of the look ahead, but Dr. Rakib, I want to ask you as well, because obviously you both started this company to where it was, small, and now you've seen this incredible growth. You must be very proud of where you see your company go to.
It is indeed. In fact, my son was reminding me of that I have done it before with a company called Terrayon Communication Systems, where I took the company to a market cap of $7 billion. And he was trying to remind me of the feeling of the IPO. So for all practical purpose, this is an IPO for BioHarvest, right? It is the right stage to be publicly offering our shares. So it's a great feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment, mostly the vision we've had so many years ago. Things are coming together. And I wanted to add to the comments that Ilan made, because you asked him, what have you guys done? We really worked hard in terms of the performance of the company, the growth, the healthy growth, all reflected in the balance sheet, or reflected in the P&L. That was part of the requirements in order to qualify for the Nasdaq. So it all came together. But really, it's a sensation of pride, and for me in particular, as a co-founder of this company and as a major investor, I'm lucky to have Ilan as the CEO, who was able to take what we've done for so many years and really make it a company worthy of being listed now on the Nasdaq. And I think I don't know the word. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit.
That's right. That's right. Well, Ilan used the star, so there you go. We'll stick with that theme. Ilan, let's just wrap this up by just talking about the road ahead. So obviously on Tuesday, you'll be trading on the Nasdaq, which is obviously positive. Just give everyone a quick update on where the company's at and what the plans are for this fall and into 2025.
Yeah, I think Zaki really hit the nail on the head in the context of, the consistent execution and improvement in performance of the company in the last, every quarter in the last 3 years. We've literally doubled the revenue of the company every year for the last 3 years. And with the guidance that we've given for the fourth quarter, we'll get there again in 2024. And obviously, as we scale the business and as we really mature our technology, our botanical synthesis technology, we're able to really start to drive significant leverage in the P&L with improved gross profit margins. So ultimately, for us, it's all about, yes, it's a major milestone for us, but we stay focused. It's all about operationalizing our strategy. It's all about executing, making sure we deliver fourth quarter guidance and ideally more, and then really building a powerful plan for 2025. In 2025, across our direct-to-consumer products business, we have significant breakthrough innovation across major billion-dollar categories with new innovation we bring into the marketplace. Plus, Steve, our core business just continues to grow, and the growth is organically. I was looking at some numbers today, just that the number of actual subscriptions per household. And we see that, one person gets started on Vinia, it very quickly spreads to the other person if it's a two-person household. And just that organic growth, just because of the sheer impact on people's overall health and wellness, we're seeing that growth just continue to increase. And that's always healthy growth, because you're doing that at a much lower, obviously, cost of acquisition. So next year in the direct-to-consumer business, we have a really strong momentum, and that momentum will continue. And then, of course, in the CDMO business that actually Zaki leads, we're super excited. We have a number of really important catalysts of growth with partnerships with major players from the pharmaceutical industry, cosmetics industry, nutrition industry, that we look forward to landing significant deals that are deep in the pipeline. And our investor partners shareholder partners are going to hear more about that in the next 90 days. And I just want to, so there's a lot going on across as we leverage the botanical synthesis technology across our two businesses. And then lastly, Steve, it's important for me just to really thank our shareholder partners. And, we don't call our shareholders shareholders. We call them shareholder partners because these are people that are really vested in the company. They believe in our mission. They believe in the ability to, for the company's technology to really unlock the critical phytomedicinal compounds that are contained in plants to really change the world from a health and wellness perspective. And these people really are partners in our company. They're part of this movement of change that we're building. And I'm just so appreciative that we have today thousands of retail investors, shareholder partners that are part of this journey. And, hopefully as we move to Nasdaq, that shareholder partner base, that movement of change will continue to build as we really build a force and a movement of change, which is going to positively impact and drive significant human utility value for hundreds of millions of consumers. Because ultimately, if we're driving human utility value, which is driving a positive change in people's health and wellness, the shareholder value is going to come big time. So looking forward to that journey. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, there we have it. Let's recap. Going to be on the Nasdaq exchange starting on Tuesday. Exciting times for you and the team. Dr. Rakib, good to see you. Congratulations on this.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And Ilan, as always, congratulations. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Steve.
All right. Dr. Zaki Rakib and Ilan Sobel, both with BioHarvest Sciences.